I said at the beginning of the last video that I thought we made a few signings that might propel us to be a really, really good side this year. I think I was right. Let's dare to dream. So straight away, you can see why I think that. We are top of the league. We're actually unbeaten mid-October now. And as you can see, the results have been excellent. We've even got through a couple of rounds of the Lega, which we never usually do. It's the first time we got through two, I believe, in our history. We've had some excellent wins in there. You can see some sides that we have struggled against at times in the past, and we've really, really done well. A couple of draws, two in a row, in fact, in the league. But other than that, unblemished. We've never conceded, well, we conceded more than one once, but we got a late winner there through Mirko Eramo. Eramo's been playing particularly well this season, but there are a couple of real gems we've got. If we look at the best players, Gianmarco Nesta's come in and had a couple of games. Of course, we've had Francesco Rolla has been playing there most of the time. And yes, he's not quite as good as Gianmarco Nesta yet, but long term he certainly is. Because Nesta is out of contract at the end of the season, and we've got Francesco Rolla, I'm going to be looking to move Nesta on in the January transfer window, seeing what I can get for him. What I can get, well, Catanzaro are interested. I might be able to get 60,000 perhaps. Be better than nothing. It's better than losing him for a free. And the wages are big enough that it's worth getting off the wage cap. I think he's my highest paid player. He is indeed my highest paid player. Other than that, Blaev seems to be a very, very good keeper. Average rating over 7. Always a good thing for a keeper, not necessarily a normal thing. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of green. Things have kind of changed around from the last few years, and I'm really pleased to see it. Castelli has finally hit some form. He wasn't great last year. I kind of thought we needed to improve on him. He got 6 goals all season last year. He's already got 4 this, 7 in all competitions. And his partnership with Pellegrini seems to be doing rather well. I'm really pleased with the way things are going with that at the moment. And then you can see the Barral looking fantastic. Some of these players in really good form, Nesta particularly. But also people like Biondi, who's come in for a game or two and come off the bench a few times. He's playing well. He's able to come in and do a job when he is required to do so. So, all in all, I am extremely happy. We've got 2 big games today. We're playing Palermo, obviously a big game for the rivalry, and also competitively because they've had a good start to the season. We're also playing a team that we haven't played before as well, which I thought would be a nice game to bring you, against Ostia Mare. Interesting time for a club to be formed as well, presumably in the celebrations as the end of the Second World War hit. But yeah, it'll be the first game against them, so that's a nice reason to bring you a game. Palermo, the game, of course, the football derby is being televised, which I think might be a first. We have had televised games before, but I don't think we've had any against Palermo. Not last year, it was just the Bari game. And the first season, it was Bari again. So Bari, the only team we have been on TV against before. This season, we've had 2 games, Catania and Palermo, already televised. Hopefully there will be more as we come on. We obviously don't play Bari this year. They got promoted. So, yeah, it's good to see that we are... This football derby is being recognised as being an important thing. It does suggest that our reputation is starting to get to that of Palermo. Obviously, at this level, Palermo, an absolute sleeping giant. And if we can beat them to a promotion, then I'll be very, very pleased. It does look like we might be competing with them a little bit this year. So, this is the team we're going to go for. And Marco Nesta continues with Francesco Rolla just returning from injury. He hasn't been out for long. I think he might have missed 1 game before this. In fact, no, I'm not sure he even missed 1 game. We have had a little bit of rotation, but he hasn't missed much. So, first game of the day against the old enemy of Palermo. Can we keep them down where they belong below us? I mean, in reality, I'd probably take a draw here, but it would be nice to get another win over them. I don't think we've lost to them still. Let me just check that. Let's see what's going to happen here. Vittorini crosses in and it goes over the bar. Just realised as well, I've had the game. I play some of the games on fast speed, particularly if I think I'm going to win it fairly easily. So I need to change that again. But let's check this past meetings thing. I don't think we've lost. No, we still haven't lost to them. 4 times we played them. 10-5 on aggregate. We're winning. We only 1 draw at the end of the first season. So yeah, we're doing rather well here. I'm quite pleased with our record against them. We just need to bring that speed down a little bit. I'm also going to give it extended highlights. I think a bit more focus on some of the play between the players would be good in this game. The way I play the game off camera is rather different to the way I play it on, for obvious reasons. Sapella, Castelli. Can we hit them on the break here? Castelli, nice run. Finds his partner Pellegrini. And Iramo scored a lot of goals from there, but Nesta is there to hit in the rebound as Iramo hits the, I think he hits the post. I don't think the keeper saved it. I think he hit the post. But we are there to finish off the goal. It's a good start to the game. Taranto, I've noticed, are already winning. Two players called Alessandro Celli playing at the top of Serie C Girone C at the moment. One of them's ours at left back, and there's a centre back playing for one of our rivals. Nice interplay here. Can we find a way through? Make a chance for ourselves. Castelli finds Pellegrini. He is through and hits the keeper, and it goes wide. But we are looking very threatening here. We give them some praise just to get them nice and happy before they come into the dressing room, because I feel like maybe if they're this is my logic, not necessarily FM's, but my logic is if they're happy when they come in, they're more likely to listen to me. That might be complete nonsense, I don't know, but it seems to make some sense. Game's not over yet. Let's not get complacent here. That may well be my my team talk at half time, to be honest, because that's what I'm thinking. Gary to Gioldi, Castelli. Can we get a second before half time? Blondie. Oh, that's an awful miss by Pellegrini. Should have scored. Right, okay. I think we need to tell them not to get complacent. Point finger, don't get complacent. I am slightly worried about complacency because we have been by far the better team. And in previous seasons, that's often led to us losing the game, or at least drawing. Doesn't feel like this is the season where we will be doing that. I think we're a better side this year. Can't put my finger on exactly what's changed. Obviously a slight improvement in the playing staff. I didn't think it was quite as big as this. I thought we might push for the league this year, but it looks like we could even run away with it. I mean, I'm obviously not counting my chickens, but at the moment it's feeling like we can win every game here. I'm not saying we will, but it just feels like we could. Whereas last season there were some games where I felt like there was nothing I could do to win that game. Whereas this season it feels like there is a possibility we could win in every game. And that's a big change from the last couple of years. Right, what can we do? Let's bring Latelet on at right wing, mainly playing on the left, but with Roller out, we have a little bit more flexibility to put Latelet elsewhere. We'll bring Celli off as well. Fortiateo. Ramo can make way for Paolini. Castelli has not been great today, so Roller, Australia. And I am going to bring on Roller just for a few minutes. And obviously I'll need to switch him over with Latelet. Just give him 5 minutes or so just to kind of ease back into things. Of course, the ideal scenario here is Roller gets a goal or an assist before the end of the game. I don't think that's going to happen. Second half was a little less dominant from us. Palermo had some chances, and if they were to score, it wouldn't be completely ridiculous. Roller on a run. Did well there. See, might be nervous, but that was a good run. So we are continuing that good form. I don't think it was our best performance, but it's a good one. And we now have a team, of course, who we have not played before. We're going to be playing against Ostiamare, and that's away from home. So first visit to a new ground, and I will be back with you in a week's time in game. Just come back a bit early here, just to point out a slight concern I've got about Roller. He's just resumed full training. Following a calf muscle injury, and he's pulled his groin in training. I'm starting to get a little worried about him. He's got a bit of an attitude issue as well. We've had a few frank exchanges, he and I. And if he's also injury prone, I do wonder whether maybe that clear potential he's clearly got the potential to be a very, very good player at this level. But you can also see that he's dropping off. And I just wonder if with the attitude he might not be. I think at one point my assistants thought he was a 5-star rating. They don't anymore. So that is a little bit of a worry. I hope that's something that we can sort out at some point. Maybe improve that through maybe mentoring or other things. I don't know. We might as well stay with this now. But yeah, I'm slightly concerned because he's the first player I've had through with any real promise, and it would be a shame if it didn't quite happen for him after such a bright start for his club. So here we are against Ostiamare, who are 19th, who are clearly not a great side, but it is the first time we are playing them, so who knows? We are going to go with a similar side, I think, to last game. The question is whether I give Estrella a game, because I don't think Castelli is quite up to it at the moment, so I think I'll give him a game, given that Estrella has obviously been doing good things in the friendlies and possibly for the under-20s. I'm not sure if he's been playing for them or not. But yeah, certainly he's got some decent form there. So I will bring him in today. Obviously, we've got a lot on the bench. I might bring him on for a quick 10-15 minutes at the end, but not worth risking for any more than that, I don't think. See if there's anyone here I recognise yet. I'm starting to see a few. The last game, I think there were one or two ex-Zaffarana players in the side. We have started off with all of the possession. We've hardly had a kick. The goalkeeper had a kick, but other than that, the first minute or two, we were completely dominant. If we can keep that up, that would be nice. Nesta. It's interesting to point out that we have a purple away kit, and the opponents are playing in purple here. So obviously we're playing in our home kit, which is absolutely fine, but it's just unusual because purple's such an unusual colour. You don't see it often if it's not Zaffarana. Nesta hits the wall. And here they might hit us on the break. Can someone bring him down? Good. That was a good tackle to make. I don't think it's a red. That's a yellow card. It was a good. It's not even. He wasn't even booked. It's a very, very good tackle then if he wasn't even booked, because I was assuming that would be one of those good yellow cards to take. But Nesta takes a shot and the keeper saves it. We are having shots early on in the game. We are clearly the better side at the moment. Long way to go yet though, and we need to get that goal. Bertoldi to Minocci. I do apologise if I'm butchering any Italian. My Italian is pretty much non-existent. I speak Spanish to some extent, to a bad extent, and I actually learned a bit of Latin at school. So it's my Italian is sort of basic to the extent that I know two fairly similar languages, but that's about it. So my pronunciation is probably all over the place. Nesta now down the wing, crosses in, and ball hits Olivia. I just realised I've probably got it a little bit too quickly at the moment. It means that I'm finding it hard to commentate. I kind of hadn't really registered how hard I was finding it. That's why. It was because it was on too quickly. Lev passes it forward. Biondi picks up the ball. Pellegrini runs in and he puts us ahead. 10 minutes before half time, and Pellegrini gives us the lead. He's starting to show that he could be the striker I was hoping for. One thing I haven't really been able to find at this club yet is that kind of 30-goal a season player. I did manage to find a couple in my equivalent save in France last year with a French ski resort, Courchevel. Estrella picks up the ball in midfield, but can't quite get the ball forward to his partner. Good tackle there to hold Ostiamare up a bit, and that should take us through to half-time, and it's been a good half. Got the goal, would have liked to. Can't quite get used to the purple not being us. It feels very odd. Just so unused to seeing purple on a football pitch. Part of the reason why I chose it, because it's my favourite colour, and you never see teams playing in purple. Palermo winning. Taranto, Taranto are drawing at the moment, so we would have a 4-point lead as it stands. That'd be very nice. Estrella. Gut. He's Estrella. Unless he is Spanish. He might be Spanish. I never really noticed the nationalities of my players. I don't really care. Just want them to be good. So he's Brazilian, so it's Portuguese. So it's Estrella. It's not yeah, that's Spanish. Celli, I think, is Italian. So that is Celli, not Feli. I do try and get the pronunciations right in my videos. I know there are some YouTubers who hilariously get them wrong. But having learned a bit of French and Spanish in my youth and being so much so that I've got GCSEs in both and an A level in one of them, it's nice to be able to say the names at the very least, even if I can't really speak Italian. Nesta crosses into Pellegrini and he's hit it wide. What a miss. If we don't win this, it would be a bit of a travesty because we have had all of the game. If anyone is Italian and fancies leaving in the comments a bit of a pronunciation guide, it would be very helpful for some of these names because I'm not sure how you pronounce B-L-E-V-E in Italian. I'm going for Bleve, but I'm not at all sure. I'm pretty sure that the C-E-L-L-I is Celli. Celli is in vermicelli, right? It's the same spelling, I think. Right, let's have a couple of substitutions. We're going to have a bit of roller for 10 minutes. And we're going to have a bit of Stanger. Celli. So Ramo finds Roller. No, Pellegrini. I thought it was Roller for a minute, but it isn't. It was Pellegrini, and it's 2-0. Will I get an assist perhaps? Not quite sure what happened there. But that should make the win safe. Another step towards what's starting to feel like an inevitable title, I have to say. And the first of the 2 promotions we need. Of course, that will only be the beginning of the story, because once we get to Serie A, I think things will get a lot harder. Overcoming the Milan team, Juventus, and so on is not going to be an easy task. The other question is whether Palermo can come up with us, because I would like to be able to continue that football derby up in Serie B and maybe even Serie A. Palermo have been there before, so in theory there's no reason why they couldn't get promoted. And it looks like the game is now over. Even if they score now, they haven't got time to win, get back into the game. And that is that. Nice, convincing performance. We are doing rather well here. I am quite pleased. We are top of the league, a couple of points clear, still unbeaten, 10 games in, at the end of October. So I am generally pretty pleased. When I say pretty pleased, I'm using what's called a litoti. I'm understating it. I'm very, very pleased. And yeah, I think you look at that side and it's starting to look like it's a very, very good team now. Gianmarco Nesta, best player this season. And the good thing about that is that it means that we might be able to actually sell him in January for a decent amount of money. And in fact, I'm going to see if I can offer him out now. I wonder how much we might be able to... Could we get 150 maybe? For a player 6 months away from the end of his contract? Probably not, but you never know. But either way, we have left... We're going to leave today with Zaffarana still unbeaten, 10 games into the season, and starting to look like we can really, really challenge for that automatic promotion this year, which, whilst I don't think it's the only way we could get up, it's certainly going to be the easiest, because we've got, even if we were to finish second, a quarter-final and playoffs, we're going to have to win those playoffs. I don't really fancy it. I want to just win the title, and I think we can do it now. So join us tomorrow and see if we can do it. I'm feeling fairly confident.